Hi, it's Jeff here from Ambition Health and Performance Clinic. Today I'm going to show you how to use the foam roller and why you should use the foam roller. It's a great way to release tension into your muscles, but also a great way to release tension in the fascia, which covers the muscles. So whatever way you decide to use this great device, it should work for you. Some people use the foam roller as part of their warm-up. In fact, within the National Academy of Sports Medicine guidelines, that's part of their syllabus. The foam roller is used as part of the warm-up to prepare the muscles for work. Other people, such as myself, use it very often within a corrective environment to deal with maybe tension within the IT band or general tension within fascia throughout the whole of the muscles. So whatever way you decide to use it, I'll give you both examples today. If you're releasing fascia, you're meant to stay on the most sensitive area for a period of about 45 seconds. If you're deciding to use it as a massage tool, which can be very nice as well, you can move from one area to the other nice and slowly. Okay, so I'll try and give examples of both uses today. So let's get started, and I'll start with the IT band, okay? Excellent. So place the roller onto the mat, lie sideways onto the roller, and then move along until you find a degree of discomfort. So it's one of these only areas where if you don't feel any pain, you probably shouldn't be doing it. So it is a case of no pain, no gain. So I can feel a little bit of tension there just as the IT band runs into the knee. I'll just stay on that point there for a period of 45 seconds or so. So my discomfort, that's about 6 out of 10. Some folks, they might have about 8 or 9 out of 10 there. If you try this, you may well experience that. So I'm going to move from there. That's not too bad. Let's move a bit further up to see what I've got going on. Yeah, a little bit going on here. So I'm going to stay there for another period of time. So I kind of stayed down the bottom for 45 seconds. And now I'm staying here for the same duration. So I'm also feeling to myself, okay, hang on a minute. I think I've got a bit more tension in my lateral thigh than into the IT band, because if I start to move forward a bit, whoa, that's where I really can feel some sensitivity. Anyhow, if it's too much, place the other leg down. You're taking a bit of weight off the leg. There we go. So let's see what's going on with the other side. Same thing. Place the roller onto the mat. Again, lie sideways onto the forearm, shoulder above the elbow. Let's get into the vision here. Let's have a look around again, and there we go. So once again, I can feel some tension running down the side of my thigh. Now the IT band runs from the glutes all the way down the side of the thigh, down to the lower leg. So it's a great influence upon your knee. So, still feeling it. Engage the core, of course. Elbow below shoulder. To make it a bit easier, bring the knee down in front. There's less weight going through the roller. So I'll check again. What am I doing there? Anything further up? A little bit further up there. I'll do a little bit of more time on this. There we are. But not feeling too dramatic overall. So, what would I say there in terms of how necessary is that? For me, maybe about a 6 out of 10 in terms of necessity. However, let's now move to the front of the thigh. So I have a particular way of doing this. We go to the front of the thigh, of course, as I said.
And then I like to start to bring the heel up towards the hip and then get as much weight onto that roller as I can by getting a bit of leverage in the other leg. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the area on a stretch before applying the weight on the foam roller. Top tip. So that's a little bit more sensitive. In fact, some months ago it was quite a bit worse. Let me just move up this area a bit further. There we are. So that's running right down the center of my thigh, my rectus femoris, which crosses my hip and my knee joint. So it influences the hip, the lower back and the knee. Of course, everything influences the ankle, doesn't it? So here's my method here, bringing the heel towards the glute and looking for release there. So let's change to the other side. Whew. Yeah, and you can get warm here, so that's why people do use it as a warm-up. You do get warm. So same thing here, although I know I will feel less on my right side until I go a little bit higher up. Yeah, I found something there, so I'll stay there. So the other leg, providing a bit of support. Heel to the hip again. Yeah, I've seen people who I know, I'll do an assessment, and they're pretty tight for the front of the thigh. They're getting nowhere with stretching, absolutely nowhere. And then we start to get them to do this, then stretch, boom. The range of movement does start to move then. So that's right onto the center of the thigh. Though I mentioned, for me, importantly, lateral thigh, I felt there was a degree of that sensitivity there. And I have, to do with an accident, I had been walking in a kind of bow leg varus manner for a while. So it's getting a lot better, but I'm going to check that right now. So quite similar to IT band, lateral, but then bringing my weight, as you can see, slightly forward, and there we are, onto the lateral thigh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, lateral to central. Oh. So you can see there's a bit of an angle. You know, you play around with this. Muscles blend, one blends into the other really, particularly at joints. So you're talking about the center of the thigh here to the lateral thigh. A little bit of flexion again. Believe me, that's going to do it for you. You're going to wonder why you never did that before. And to balance it out, I shall change to the other side. Here we go. In fact, using a microphone for the first time today, I wonder how that works out. So you can see, a little bit more. There we go. So lateral thigh. There's the other foot to the ground, giving a bit of support. Heel up to the hip. There we go. Been feeling pretty good after this, I have to say. Been training hard. Bit of bag work. Well, I've still got the shorts on. I'm always getting criticised for these shorts. Oh. So yeah, a little bit more work for me onto that area. Now, where should we go next? To the calf muscles. If you've ever had any damage to the calf, I would highly recommend using the foam roller into the calves from the front. But you see, you have to have the strength to lift yourself up into your arms. So I'm going to the upper calf here, trying lateral, trying internal, having a look around. Yeah, there we go, I found something. And I'll stay on that area to try and iron out any of these little adhesions, any scar tissue I know I've got there.
So I'm not massaging, I'm doing self myofascial release so far, just staying on the area. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's about a 9. So yeah, I know. I've got a bit of work to do in my calves, which will make me move better, feel better. Oh, absolutely everything. But you do have to have the strength of the arms to lift yourself up. So, maybe tricky for some of us. But if you've got someone at home who can apply pressure onto the leg, pushing down, that might do the trick. So let's go to the other side. You can see from the side view now what's going on here. I'll do the lower calf to begin with. Check the lower calf out. Soleil's responsible for all that movement in the ankle. Nothing going on there. Let's move to the upper calf. I know it's going to make me happy. Do I really want to find it? Yes, I do. You can always feel just popping over from one muscle to the other. And I do know, full disclosure, I really tore these muscles badly, falling backwards once with my skis on. How awful. And there we go. Calf muscles. Now, I also find this very useful for the groin, the inside of the thigh. So, that's next. One knee in, the other leg to the side, and there we go. I know what to look for here, and you can see I've found it. And there we are. Oh yes, that feels amazing. Self-myofascial release to the inside of the thigh. So I hope you can see everything. The right leg needs to be taken out to the side, and then you apply the pressure of the weight down into the roller, and that is one tremendous release going on there. I feel as if I should stay longer on there. Oh yeah. Here we go again. Yeah, I think a bit of work to be done there. And then from the other side, there's the roller. The roller should be kind of at an oblique, well, not quite an oblique angle, but certainly to the side. And then the left leg goes long, extends, and we get some weight onto that. You can see right in there. I should come back a little bit further up the mat so you can see better. You can tell I'm not a professional video maker, but it's all about the content. For now. So there we go. Inside of the thigh, while the other leg is relaxed to the side. I've had people who actually do what I'm showing you now, after they've done it a few times, even after once, they say that they move and feel 20, 30 years younger. So that's the kind of feedback I've had on actually using the foam roller in a manner like I'm using it now, rather than just giving things a quick rub. So, you can use for the hamstring. I've never found it particularly useful myself. However, we should include. So there we are. To the back of the leg. Let's see if there's anything going on there. It's hard to get the weight on it, that's the problem. It's harder to get the weight, find the spot, and stay on the roller. So I have one leg on top of the other, trying to apply a bit of weight. Like so. I'll show the other side. Same thing. A little bit more there. I found something on that left hamstring, just slightly laterally. I'll stay on that. There we go, it's much better. So I'm getting a bit of joy here. Yeah, it's lateral. Lateral hamstring. In fact, lateral hamstring, that seems to be the area where people get most benefit from this, I should say that. There we go, lateral. So, onto the lateral hamstring. See if we can get some release there too. It's not as, for me, it's not as outstanding as in the front of the thigh. That was my main area of issue, but you may find that lateral hamstring or hamstring can work a bit better for you. So then we can move into the glutes. Here we are. I shall take a seat with my right buttock on top of the roller and my right ankle on top of the left knee and apply the pressure. I like an oblique angle on the roller for this, and there we go. So let's see what we feel there. Piriformis, how about that? Gluteus minimus, leaning forward a bit further. Gluteus medius a bit further back. Let's just check it all out. And stay on the most sensitive area. I'm deciding exactly what it is right now. Yeah, we'll just stay right there. And we'll see if that starts to release. But yeah, get pretty warm using the foam roller. You've got to hold yourself up in position as well. So is it nicer to have a massage? It may well be nicer to have a massage. That is true. But can you get one right now? Well, not too many. Maybe from July. So my left side, let's check. There we go. And stay. So I get a little bit more in here. But so far, front of the thigh, bit of IT band with the main offenders. Have a look around. Yeah, there is good. I'm not moving very much. I'm just moving ever so slightly, so it's still working. I'm not kind of rolling around having a massage, which is fine. So I can roll around and massage the area. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm looking for some trigger point release, or myofascia release, I should say. So I will try to stay on it. Brilliant. So then we have hip flexor, TFL. Hip flexor, TFL. The front of the thigh moving into lateral. I won't do the left side as I have a mic here. But I should do the right side. So there's the roller. From the front, simply lie on top. Again, I would recommend flexing the knee, bringing the heel up to the hip. So it's the front of the hip here. What do we feel? There we go. A little bit. Show you from the side. But I'm not too bad here. Swapping, have a look around here, see what's going on. So there we are. Hip flexor, TFL. Move it up a bit. I'm trying to go a bit deeper there. That's actually better done with a ball or something, but so I'll just go back onto the front of the hip. And same thing again. You know, it's 45 seconds to 1 minute on an area. Now, I also might use this to release any tightness in my upper back, my mid to upper back. So I get to extend over the back of the roller. So I inhale and try to extend back over the roller. I come up again. I might go down a vertebrae. So I'm okay on the way down. Let's check a bit higher up. Any further inhalation, then exhale. So that could be very useful for some of us who are very rounded in the shoulders, okay? And it allows us to get some extension into the back. Okay. So then I do like to get into the rhomboids and the trapezius in the upper back. So I use it like this. I have my hands to the side. There we go. That's better. And I try and draw the arm across. Find the spot. Let's try the other side. So I'm looking at the area around the shoulder blades, between, just below, particularly. A bit more of a massage here. Let's pop over to the other side again, left side now. A bit on a stretch, and then go for it. It's a bit trickier to do. There we go. And then roll off to the side. You know, sometimes our shoulder blades can get quite fixed through sitting, and when we do overhead movements in the gym, because the scapula won't rotate upwards, we can do a heck of a lot of damage to a shoulder. So in fact, getting into that area with a roller, and maybe a ball, which is another video, using a little lacrosse sized ball, that can be a bit more useful, okay? But I do also like to use it for the lats. So lying on the side, I'm targeting here the area between the ribs to the pelvis. On my left side, I'm lengthening the arm, extending the arm as far as I can, and there we go. I've got enough pressure on there to get some release, just like that. So you can see it's quite high up in the lats towards the shoulder. That insertion point, I believe. Origin, the lumbar, isn't it? Oh yeah, here we go. Leaning back a little bit. Yes, sir. That's the one. Oh, it does feel good. I haven't done that for a while. Boy. Brilliant. So then again, we'll switch to the other side. The old mic popping out. The clip is useless. It's okay if you're standing. Do anything lying down, it doesn't seem to work. Alright. Here we go. Now there, I knew I'd have some fun here. For one reason or the other, I seem to be a little bit tight through here. And this was on my list to resolve, but this is, yeah, high. So when I do a lateral stretch, a standing lateral stretch, I can feel, for one reason or the other, it's just very tight here. So this has been confirmed. On the other side, I was about, I don't know, 5, 6 here. It's about 7, 8, 9. It's a bit of an issue into the right side of my lats. So I will actually do a little bit more on that side later. Wow. So that's some great uses of the foam roller to release tension in your fascia and into your muscles. I've actually been using the foam roller since the late 90s. I remember bringing it into a gym and people thought I was a lunatic. What is that guy doing there? But it did seem to help a lot of people at the time and continues to do so. And you can buy these, you know, 10, 15 pounds off Amazon. Might save you from getting injured. Might save you a lot of money in treatment. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now.